What? Welcome back to Right Now. That was so overly aggressive. My name is Nico, aka Prince Motherfucking Productions.
Oh, my name is Kevin, aka Dr. Thick.
My name is Christian, aka PS.
I thought it was gonna be Cornelius.
What?
Never mind.
Well, that is the motherfucking intro today. Guess what, guys? We are here. We're back. And today, we are talking Barbenheimer, Barbie versus Oppenheimer, Netflix, San Diego Comic-Con announced films, Paramount, Netflix again, Miyazaki, and Secret Invasion. And of course, as per usual, there are time codes down below for anybody who actually watches this, or listens to this. You know how it'd be, right?
Thanks, Dad, for watching the podcast.
So,
I'm also out of the prison cell.
Thank you, Kevin's dad, for
you
existing.
know what I mean?
Yeah, he's bro, guys, Kevin is out of solitary confinement.
I know.
Kevin, you want to tell them what happened that got you in there?
Yeah.
Well, how'd you get in there?
I got into a fight, and and the way how I fought him, the guy I was on, I stick the pencil up his booty crack.
Oh, Kevin, not again.
And
man.
then the next thing you know, I gave him the old I gave him the Snapbacker 3000.
Ooh. When I asked for it, you don't give it.
It was a little.
Yeah, it was not a good way because his spine became upwards, shooting out of his stomach, so it did not look good. It looked like it looked like I pulled like an alien move.
Oh.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
After that, I kind of just told the guy I'm sorry, and I gave him a little bit of a chocolate pudding on the side, but I feel better.
Pudding.
He was like, nah, dog, like he wasn't forgiving me, so I may go back to the little prison part. Confirm assignment. I can't fucking pronounce that thing.
Back to our cell, the cell.
Going back to the cell again.
Well, speaking of cells, aliens, and I don't know, pudding, I guess. Secret Invasion is finally over, and I gotta tell you guys, the finale was not good. Wasn't even close to good. There was no post-credit scene. There was nothing good about it. It was so bad.
How bad is it? Like 1 to 10?
And it's also, I'd probably give it a solid 3.
Wow, shit.
I give it a 1 because I haven't seen it.
You could honestly skip it. Yeah. There was good moments in the whole show, but overall the show was pretty boring.
Man, let's just get to it. What the fuck, Emilia Clarke? She's a god now.
Dude,
That's
right?
the stupidest shit,
Bro, what was that all?
ever.
Also, the CGI in that whole scene was really bad. It was really, really bad for what the show is. Yeah, she's just a super scroll now, Also, one thing that I found really redundant is obviously, as most people know, President Ross is going to show up in Captain America, Brave New World. So that implies that the current president is either dead or out of office. And here I was thinking, in the finale, they're going to kill this guy, right? No. This guy just is like, he just gets out of the hospital, and the whole point of the show is for like Fury to establish the relationship between Skrulls and humans. And this guy just goes, yeah, we're just going to kill all the Skrulls. All right, see him. You're like, what? What? It's not even leading to a season 2. There's no post-credit scene. There's nothing being teased. So it's like, what the hell was the point of it?
So they're just bounty hunting skulls.
I guess there's a war against Skrulls now. I don't. Also, Rhodey, they confirmed that he's been out since Civil War.
Well, not really, because all they did was show the hospital thing. Honestly, I think they're probably trying to like allude to it and see how fans feel about it. And well, no one likes that idea.
I think,
and they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and because they never definitively say it. That's the problem.
Yeah, but that's probably the route they're gonna go in. Like, because why would they? Obviously, I don't know. But either way, it's also Skrull Rhodey did not do anything for the show.
Was he just standing still?
No. Honestly, it was shocking and surprising.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Oh shit. You forgot. You're right. I forgot to act shocked.
Didn't you go?
I forgot to be surprised. No! Yeah, I really went when his his voice was on a phone call that could have in universe been tapped. But why would details like that matter in a crime thriller show, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah. No, you're good. You're good. That was actually better than the episode.
For real? Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm trying to, dude. I watched the episode this morning. I'm trying to figure out what else even happened in the episode that was of significance besides just a bunch of fighting. Nothing really happened, but it's all good though because that's the end of that. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a little event called San Diego Comic-Con that
no one's
that
attending
this weekend. No.
Ooh.
There's people who read comic books attending.
Oh, well, I mean like panels like DC, Marvel, Warner.
Yeah,
no one's showing up.
Nobody even knows it's happening. Hey, but they did announce a couple things to make note of. Primarily 2 animated projects. We're getting an animated Watchmen movie, which is pretty cool, and an animated Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Jesus
movie.
Christ is getting animated.
What do you guys? Yes, yes. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Kevin, is getting animated.
Oh shit!
He's actually going to appear on Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh, let's go.
Instead of the anti-monitor, it's actually the villain is Jesus Christ.
Oh, animated Jesus Christ.
I'm next to a Jesus
Animated
Christ
Jesus
nearby here. I'm not that far.
But what do you guys think of these movies coming out? These 2 animated projects.
I don't know,
Can you repeat the animated projects again? What was it?
I mean, like,
Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths and Watchmen.
Oh.
What do you guys make of that?
I mean, okay, so I'm a big defender of the Zack Snyder Watchmen. I think it's actually really, really, really good. In fact, I would even go as far to say, and I don't give a fuck. The changes that they made, some of them are actually better than the comic. Yeah, I fucking said it. Giant Squid versus them planting Dr. Manhattan as the terror. Way better change. Yep. Fucking sue me. Who gives a fuck? Idiots. Anyways.
Whoa.
But I don't know. I just feel like
idiots.
We have the best adaptation of that we could ever ask for. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even as someone that loves Zack Snyder's Watchmen, and I've seen all 3 versions.
All 3
I've seen all 3 versions.
Of course you have. Why would you
not? But yeah, I do agree. My only problem that I do agree with everyone about that movie is like, they're a little too like superhuman. But besides that, I mean, this is the best adaptation we could have ever gotten, to be honest. And I don't know. I feel like honestly, I fucking hated that Watchmen show with David Lindelof. I did not like it.
Yeah,
I couldn't get past like the first 2 episodes. It was a big fuck you to Watchmen. Like, everything about it was just a big. It's like, did you even read it? Do you even understand the source material? Like it just came off as like you hated it. like it just, I don't know. I really, really despised it. I've tried to like finish it so many times, but like it pisses me off so much. I just can't. I can't get through it.
Yeah.
So an animated version, I don't know. It kind of seems pointless, to be honest. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
What about Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Like, what exactly is the point of that too? Because is the DC, not the DCAU, but like, I forgot what the.
Well, I mean, DC has a bunch of like animated movies. I
feel
like it's
gonna are they gonna do that?
Be less.
Because like, if not.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be just like a crossover of like everything. Like Teen Titans, Young Justice, all the movies they made, maybe even the DCAU, stuff like that.
Because like,
is my guess.
If they do that, then yeah. But if it's just like another, just a random, a random brand new animated universe just crossing over with other random animated universes, it's just kind of like, you need to have that emotional connection to like all the other stuff, like the DCAU, or like, what is the name of the fucking movies that they did for a few years? The one that started with Flashpoint, ended with Justice League Dark.
Oh, the The Dark Universe. I think. Oh,
No, it was like DC.
At that point,
I know
we
what you're
kind
saying.
of end up with like CW did with crossing
like, I'm
episodes.
trying to remember, but whatever, like all those movies were.
It probably will be what like CW did.
Yeah.
It probably will be like what CW did. I don't know. It's got potential. We obviously have to. They both got potential, I think, but we have to wait for first looks, right? But in other news, speaking of crossovers,
And Jesus
multiverse,
Christ.
there's and Jesus Christ. There's a deleted scene from The Flash that includes Batman talking about quitting after killing a criminal in front of his child.
Yeah.
What?
There are layers to that.
Hardcore shit.
There's so many layers
Batman killed someone in front of his child? Oh,
I
shit.
love when Batman kills.
But continue.
And so why are so many stories with like obsessed with like Batman killing?
Because like he just doesn't do
Like,
it, so it's like what made him?
I know, but it's like, but it's so like saturated.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like the evil Superman shit.
let's think, right? It's like the evil Superman shit. Like obviously, at first it was like a cool concept because you're not used to it, but then it gets done way too much. I mean, we see evil Superman so much now.
Yeah.
It's the same equivalent of Batman killing. Like they did it in what's the Titan show, the live action Titan show?
Yeah.
Oh, Batman killed. Oh wow, really came as a shock factor, huh? It's pretty stupid. But yeah, moving on. Hayao Miyazaki's final film, How Do You Live, which is the film that the studio decided not to promote at all. Why? Because of marketing reasons. Has made $26 million in Japan so far. Which, with a budget of, I will let you know right now, as soon as I can, as my brain, just, how it goes. No, I had a budget of, my brain is still loading.
Man,
Oh,
I'm about to
my
upgrade
brain's-
your RAM and your CPU at this point.
Please do. Why is my brain so slow at loading? Please, brain. Okay, brain.
You want brain?
He's on brain.
Quickly.
I got you.
I'm on.
He's on that brain.
Bro, my brain, dude, the Wi-Fi in my brain is so bad. It's just really not.
Oh, what? You said Wi-Fi? No, he mean brain. He means brain, not the Wi-Fi. What are you talking about? The brain.
Nah, dude, the Wi-Fi in my brain. It's just.
Yeah, you got a
why is it
Wi-Fi
so
your
slow?
brain. Did I hear that
There you
right?
go.
Wi-Fi your brain. This
Okay,
guy.
well, the point is,
What, did it lose money?
I think he just died.
my brain is still trying to figure this
Brother,
shit out.
what is the name of the movie?
How do you live?
How,
Guys, we have to figure this out. Use your brains.
No,
I got a
use your
bandage on my finger. How do you live? Budget.
Use your
No.
it.
Wait. Use your brain. Use your
Yeah, my
Use your
computer is my
ear.
brain.
or. Your computer? You mean your brain computer, right?
No,
Yeah.
use your it.
Yeah, my brain computer.
Use your it.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
I know, right? Your brain isn't working either.
Yeah, my brain's not working either.
One day we'll explain to the podcast people what the it means.
Come on, brain.
Uh-huh.
Brain.
For which movie was
Dude,
this
my
again?
brain-
My fault.
My brain. How do you live? By Hayao Miyazaki. My brain. No, my brain doesn't.
What? Your
Oh,
your brain Wi-Fi
I'm
cut out.
deep.
What was it again?
How do you live?
How you live?
How do you live? Oh. No, that's an amusement park. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna move on from that.
Maybe it
It's
lost
made
money.
26
Maybe it
million in
didn't.
Japan
I
so
don't know.
far. But that's the fun of this. You do extra research.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. You think we're here to report shit? Nah. We're here to be dumb as fuck.
No, guys.
Man.
Exactly. After all, we are just sitting in a brain cell. I mean, in a
Yeah, we're
jail cell.
criminals,
All
don't
we
listen
have
to
are
us.
our brains.
I mean, I
Or
can't even
do.
think straight 'cause so
Actually,
much
wait.
beating.
That's bad marketing. Wait. Come back. Bitch ass motherfucker, come here.
Come back,
Sit back.
please.
Man, I'll
Sit
suck
down.
your toes.
Don't turn that off,
There
please.
is a rumor there's a current rumor, guys, that Sam Raimi is developing Spider-Man 4.
Ooh.
What do you guys make of that?
Kevin,
Tom Holland getting railed.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
No, Kevin, you have to say it. What do you guys think of that? Because I don't think it'll happen, if I'm being honest with you.
All right,
I don't think it will happen. Ever since Tom Holland and that incident happened.
Oh my God, Kevin.
Kevin, man, we're talking about Tobey Maguire, man. We're talking about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. We're talking about, obviously, Tom Holland's getting his own Spider-Man movie. Of course, he's getting a fourth one. But
wait, so you're talking about the Tobey Maguire?
Yes, Tobey Maguire.
Oh, he's getting Spider-Man 4, like for that universe.
There's a rumor. There's a rumor that they're developing a Spider-Man 4 from him.
He still has a good young face to still play Peter Parker still. Well,
although I do think it's kind of unlikely. I just don't see it ever coming to fruition. I don't know.
I have two sides.
It'd be cool to see it, but
yeah, it would be cool to see it.
Says what?
Well, I have two sides to this rumor. Side one is well, first of all, I think Sony is definitely discussing it. I do think it's unlikely, but Sony. I also wouldn't be surprised if we woke up tomorrow and Sony was like, we're gonna do a Spider-Man 4, man. Like, I'm not gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be ooh, you know, but
it's better than some of the other films they're trying to develop.
Yeah. But
for sure.
But with this on the actual topic of where this rumor's coming from is from the Sandman actor, I keep blanking his name, Hayden Christian Smith, or what's his name?
Thomas Hayden. Yeah,
Thomas Hayden Church, something like that. Yes, something. Sorry, man. It's
Thomas Hayden
10:31 and my brain ain't working. Hayden Christian. It's Anakin. Okay. It is coming from him, right? And he said he's hearing rumors. But here's the thing. I actually heard a good, I guess, theory is that he might just be like us. Whereas, like, he just saw rumors that have been going around for, like, the past year online.
Oh, and he just
said it.
He decided to, like, just...
Like, there's a high chance he didn't actually hear anything from anyone official. He might have just saw something online, just like us. And honestly,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I kind of think that's what it is. But yeah,
maybe so. He's gonna wait. So he just woke up today, and his name is like trending.
He's like, oh, that's sweet.
Like, guys, all I said is, guys, all I said is I heard stuff. Didn't say anything else, and that's what happened. Guys, what happened?
That's what happened. Ooga booga.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Also, Wes Anderson is coming up with another film. He just dropped one in June.
Yeah, and he just dropped a short film.
But now he's coming up with a film. Oh, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. What's it called?
I think it's called Henry or something like that.
Oh no, that's the one. That's the one that's coming out.
Oh, I'm dumb as fuck.
Anyways, continue. Yeah. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Dev Patel, Ben Kingsley, and Ralph Fiennes, is premiering at Venice Film Festival this September. That is the one he's coming out with. Gosh.
That man don't
also, this film has the exact same color palette as Asteroid City.
That man is not gonna sleep until everything's symmetrical. Everything's either teal or everything's either bright ass orange. He will not rest until the world is a teal orange symmetrical, beautiful place to live.
You think he You think if like a camera operator just is like off by like a centimeter, he gets mad?
I don't even think he's mad. I think he literally goes into like shock. Like he literally can't handle it. You know, he probably can't watch like Better Call Saul because like a lot of the shots are like
off dynamic
center, or like not off center, but like they go to like, you know, they're on one side. They're not like right in the middle. Yeah. Everything is kind of like, I feel like he can't like watch it. He's like. You know what I heard? I didn't do too much research on this, so I don't want to sound like how people are phrasing it.
Thomas Hayden Church.
But like, yeah, I don't want to sound like Hayden Church. But people, you know, like he has such a distinct style that he just doesn't break out of, and like so people, it's like a very easy style to like, you know, do. Not that I'm saying making a movie is fucking easy. I don't need like 20 years from that.
Man, Christian Villagomez said that Wes Anderson is like a shit director. It's so easy. And look at his garbage ass movies. And I'll be like, to that, yes, Wes Anderson is probably always gonna be better than me. But number two, all I'm trying to say is shut the fuck up and listen. God damn, motherfucker.
Listen, peeps.
Chill. Anyway,
you spit those bars.
Anyways, I mean, like being able to like just the symmetricality of things, like it's an easier aesthetic to kind of, you know, I guess quickly make if you're trying to go for something, right? And so people are like making their own little Wes Anderson like movies on like TikTok and YouTube and all this, and it's actually really funny and it's really cool and it's awesome. And then he said like he's like, I don't like when people show me those or something like that.
Yeah, I know I saw that. Though I think he meant it in more of like a passive aggressive manner rather than just like, I don't like that, don't show that to me. I think he meant it because he had said this after people started using like AI to mimic his style and stuff, and they would send him like videos. Oh, look what they're doing with your style. He's like, I don't like that.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope it's not like, because like honestly, like I said, I didn't really look into it all that much, but like I should have before I honestly opened my mouth about this. But no, I do find it interesting. Like I hope so that like that it wasn't just like, oh, look at these people trying to make fun of me, because it's just like, I mean, even if they are, like, they're still most likely your fans that are doing it. There's still people that enjoy your films. Like I'm a casual Wes Anderson fan, and I like his stuff. Anderson. But I mean, yeah, it's just like
Wes
dude, if I was him,
yeah,
why would you not be? You should be.
I would be like, yeah, if I was him, I would be so happy if people were like, because that's honestly a sign of love. It's like
people are trying to,
like, we pay attention to your work so much we know that it's you. Like, that's kind of touching to me, because it's like people like,
I agree.
Go like, oh, it's the guy that does all the symmetrical stuff, and he has the very bright colors and the very awkward, standoffish, sarcastic humor, and like he's Wes Anderson. Like that's kind of heartwarming that like your style is so distinct, people know who you are, and that they paid attention to that. So to me, I would be so like, if I ever get to a point where people are all like, clouds, time lapse, that's Christian Villagomez, I'm gonna be like, yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, baby. That's the quote. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're a film director and somebody calls you overrated, I think that's one of the best compliments you could get, because it means that so many people are talking about you that other people are getting sick of it.
That's actually true,
which is a good thing. Yeah.
I mean, that also should be like a feedback to you, being like, maybe I should switch it up a little bit, just a little bit.
You should become Christian Anderson.
But still.
No, yeah,
Christian Anderson.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Wes Anderson. All right, next topic.
Wes Anderson, you have a seal of approval from us.
Yeah.
Ba-ching.
Ka-chow.
Now we're gonna start getting back into reality and sad stuff. So guys, be prepared to be sad.
Oh yes.
Netflix is advertising for an AI position that would earn the candidate $900K for a year, which is the same figure that would help qualify 35 actors and their families for health insurance.
What? Wait. What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Explain.
So
you got me lost here. What the fuck did you say?
Basically, they're looking for somebody who's good at using AI and stuff like that. Yeah,
$1 million a year. I gotta start
basically $1 million a year, which.
So do you want to pay someone who can do AI for them to do all that shit on Netflix, so that way they don't have to constantly get new actors because you can use the same actor again?
Well, I mean, what exactly are they trying to use this AI for? Is it like not known or?
It doesn't specify here. I think it's just that's the position they're opening up to right now. I'm assuming it's based off a lot of things because I mean, a while back they were also trying to remember they were trying to do the thing where they take like an actor's likeness and use it. So I'm assuming it's probably in relation to that or script writing, and it's probably a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, it seems like an attempt to just go against the strikes. It's like, well, you guys can keep striking, but we're just gonna use AI and do like what would usually take 10 times the work, but just lower it down to like 3 times the work. You know what I mean? Which is of course unethical. We've discussed this so many times, and also, I mean, in relation to the strike, there's other news about how like now YouTubers and stuff and online personalities can't promote films and stuff like that, which is so weird. So like, if we had gotten a sponsorship from Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which we still haven't gotten yet.
Yeah, come on, Tom Cruise, come.
We wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to. We could do it in private. Like, we could privately be like, hey, go watch this movie. You know what I'm saying?
That is interesting, though. So then what does that mean for, like, content creators? Because they're getting paid to promote, but they're not actors.
Yeah, I guess they keep the money, even though I don't. But then if they keep the money, the company would try to go. I mean,
or is it just the thing where it's like, ethically speaking, don't promote? Like, is it like an actual rule, or is it just one of those like in this moral dilemma?
It's like a supposed actual rule. It's like the same equivalent to like how like actors are not right now currently are not promoting their films, except it's like that same basis. There's so many discrepancies because they've got the waivers and whatnot. But the point is, like I said, so say we had gotten a sponsorship for a movie, we're not allowed to promote it unless it happened before the strike. But even then, it's such a weird situation. And on top of that, now studio executives, right, are planning to meet with the National Association of Theater Owners to convince the people, the actors and the writers on strike, that to convince them that the people on strike, the writers and actors, could damage the theatrical industry. And so the long strike would be caused by studios continuing to refuse to pay actors and writers fairly, of course. So think about that.
Do it.
These executives are getting crazy. No, Kevin. We don't want them to do it, man.
Do it.
We do not want them to do it. You're gonna get canceled, my boy.
Do it. I'm just kidding.
They're not self-aware of the, because like I don't know how they don't, like, they're doing it so publicly too. Like that's the most insane part.
Well, they're doing it to get back at them, right?
Yeah, but it's not gonna work. Clearly, I mean, it's already not working, and clearly it won't work. I mean, okay, like we were talking about this like last night, and once I'm done with this project, I think I'm gonna finally make a video on this topic finally, because I feel like there's just too much going on. But we are literally gonna see a brand new renaissance in Hollywood, and we're already seeing like stepping stones of that. James Gunn getting hired as a studio head, things like that, where it's like the old regimes, the old like way of doing things, and it's been slowly going away for the past 5-ish, 8-ish years, where it's just kind of like we are literally in a time where like anything's possible in the film industry. Michael Keaton's back as Batman, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, they're all in the same movie. We're gonna do a sequel to something that came out 40 years ago. Like, it is literally, we are living in the most, like, it used to be like everything was a no. Like, everything was a no. Hollywood used to be your overbearing, overprotective parent, and now they're just like the fucking like millennials. They're just like, yeah, man, just fucking go for it, man. But nah, that's an overexaggeration because they're still overbearing. But like, my point is like, we've kind of just gotten to that point where it's like, yeah, anything's possible. But I think, like, right now, what we're about to see, and we're seeing it this entire year, every movie that's been bad or mediocre has not made money. And only the good movies this year. And, like, I don't even think that's an over-exaggeration. Like, only the good movies this year have made money.
Yeah. No, it's very true.
Barbie, like, Oppenheimer,
and ironically enough, right, as most people would have guessed, the movies that have made money this year are very much projects that have been fueled by passion, right? Right. Your Guardians, your Spider-Verses. Like, these are, like, movies that, like, people pour their heart and souls into, versus something like, I don't know, 65, right, starring Adam Driver, or like what's another film that really bombed?
Flash.
The Flash, I guess.
Even
Fast
though I
and
really
Furious,
love the
right?
Flash. Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Fast and Furious. Totally.
But like, it's like audiences aren't stupid anymore, and
no,
this
you're right.
world has gotten so expensive. They aren't, and like, I know we've said this a lot. I'm gonna keep reiterating it, like, but it's too expensive to go to the movies, and it is a luxury. It's
a first world problem if you really think about it, right? Because at the end of the day, these should just be forms of entertainment for people to enjoy, but it's become such a ginormous industry, and like you said, now it's becoming an inconvenience to a lot of people, right? Especially amidst the strike, where project quality is going to go down. Like, you know, who wants to go to the movie theater now?
Nobody. And
like you said, it's an expensive world. And it goes back to what you said. It's like, dude, they're so out of touch. I mean, the Paramount CEO, Brian Robbins, right, said, and get this, they're moving away from releasing original animated movie in theaters, and they're instead trying to focus on IPs. Oh my god. Which
they don't have any. They like and see the okay. I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm trying to continue. My bad.
He's trying not to blow up.
No. You go. I know you got a lot to say, and you got good stuff to say. I know it.
All right. Well, first of all, these studios they overestimate their IP, because a lot of them don't have any fucking IP, and you're seeing. The streaming was the death of these studios. It was like the final nail in the coffin for all of them. And I've been saying this since the streaming wars began. It is not fucking more profitable than a film going into theaters. No fucking, there's like not even a fucking comparison. There's only been like what, one streaming service that's made money this year out of like the major ones, or like two. Like they are constantly losing. Not even like millions, we're talking billions of dollars, because and the thing is, like, because all the studios are hoarding their IPs, they're coming to terms that they don't fucking have any. Warner Brothers is fucking they're the king of everything. And I've been saying this for years. Warner Brothers has the most diverse collection of genre films, whereas every other studio focuses on one fucking thing, and that's why, like, right now they're suffering, right? Universal focuses on horror movies mostly. Paramount usually focuses on sci-fi. Disney focuses on just their Marvel and Star Wars, right? They used to be animation, but that's kind of all up in the air. But like, they used to be like the animation studio, right? 20th Century Fox focuses on dramas, right? Sony focuses on anything, really. And Warner Brothers is Sony kind of just, like, I don't know. Sony's just kind of interesting with what they choose, but it always kind of feels like it's more of like a desperate attempt to kind of, we just anything. Whereas Warner Brothers,
that's what
they have everything.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. And with Warner Brothers, they have everything. They have your superheroes. They do the sci-fi. They do the horror. They do the comedy. They do the dramas. They do the action movies. They do every fucking genre. That's why HBO Max has been kicking every other streaming service's fucking ass, because they have the most diverse collection of genres. And the thing is, like, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of most streaming services because the IPs aren't strong enough. Like, seriously, break it down real quick. What does Paramount have? They only have two things.
Break it down.
They have Star Trek and they have Transformers. That's it. And those are two franchises that they've dug to the ground. Star Trek's finally having a resurgence. I love Star Trek. Star Trek New World is really doing good for them.
I've heard about that. Yeah. But it still goes back to the same argument of, like, you know.
Yeah. Universal just has Blumhouse.
Like,
which, no disrespect to Blumhouse. I know they're not, like, the most beloved, but I do. It's, like, weird. I respect what Blumhouse does, because at the end of the day, Blumhouse, because they make things so cheap, they hire on indie filmmakers, and they're all indie movies basically, but they're just being promoted by a bigger studio. So like for better or for worse, I do respect what Blumhouse does at the end of the day. I know they have their occasional moments, like a Megan, where they're like, oh, TikTok was so horny for this movie, let's just edit it for PG-13. But, like, for the most part, they do let the creatives just be creative, and for that, I really do respect Blumhouse. Granted, A24 also does that and has a little bit more of in my opinion, a more successful outcome route with their projects. But I think...
But still, the point is still there to be made.
Yeah. So here's my predictions for what's going to happen within the next 5 years. Upcoming filmmakers, independent filmmakers, younger filmmakers. And once again, this is stuff that we've already seen from Hollywood. Who are all these people that have been running these big IP movies? They've been indie filmmakers because Marvel made it popular, and they were like, oh shit, we'll just do whatever Marvel does. Which honestly, first of all, let's actually go through the death of the studio system right now before we even get to what my 5-year prediction is. First of all, whether no one wants to fucking admit this or not, every studio has been trying to copy Marvel on literally everything for the past, like, 10 years. And what I mean by that is, number one, it's not just the shared universe. That's, like, the most bare minimum. It's also this, and I'm gonna fucking make a video about this someday. It's the secrecy bullshit. Every single fucking project is like, no, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Ooh, they're gonna shoot me if I talk about this fucking project no one gives a fucking shit about. They don't even know why they're keeping it a fucking secret. Now. There's no fucking reason for it. The reason Marvel did it wasn't to create hype. It was to genuinely keep the film going experience secure. Whereas these studios are literally only doing it for hype. And it's not, you look like fools. With the fucking movie that has no audience, is attended for fucking nobody, except for Timmy Jr. the Third, who's picking his fucking ass. What fucking hype is there? You don't want to spoil it. It's the most important movie of the year. Yeah, Horny Sharks Part 3? No, it's not. It's not. Horny Sharks. So they try to follow Marvel's formula of that, like, if we say it's secret, everyone's gonna think it's quite important. That means there's hype. That means people are gonna give a shit. No. Now, the other thing is that Marvel started from the beginning. They hired lower budget indie filmmakers. They had Favreau. They had Coogler was up and coming. They snatched him right away. They hired the Russo brothers. They didn't do any fucking movies. They were on Community. They were doing TV. Like, in fact, not even just a TV show. Community is like a cult classic. Like, people still don't know much about that show to this day. Yeah. Like, when it was airing, it almost got canceled every fucking season. So, like, Community was like they hired the two directors from a show that nobody was fucking watching at the time. So, like, now, and then, so, like, Marvel's hiring nobodies. Okay, we gotta start doing that now, too. Like, you see it with, and I love this movie, Adam Wingard, right? He does the Kong versus Godzilla, whoever they hired for Skull Island. Like, all these movies are being hired, and those are good movies. But, like,
they're great movies,
really great fucking movies. But like my point is like they're hiring all these indie direct James Wan, Conjuring movies, lower budget, 30 million. Here's Aquaman, $200 million budget. Right? Like that's my point is like every studio has copied every single fucking thing Marvel has done, and they're not understanding why Marvel does what they do. Because, and I think, in my opinion right now, I think Marvel's forgotten why Marvel does the things they do. So, we're kind of...
Yeah, that they've gotten too far over their head.
Yeah, and
that's why we have a show like
Secret Invasion. Yeah.
Has gotten a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It has a 13, right? God.
Yeah, the latest episode, is the lowest rated Marvel TV show episode. 13%.
And now, here's the problem now, right? Because all we've gotten is reboot sequels, and it's like, eventually, it was going to bite everyone. And we've been saying it for like 10 years. Film-going audiences have been saying for the past 10 years, we're tired of the same shit.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And...
something
the studios just wouldn't believe, because unfortunately we were suckers. We kept going back to all these things, and this year every fucking mediocre or just horrible fucking movie has bombed, and I am so fucking happy. And only the good movies have made money, which so what I'm saying is audiences have evolved, and it's not just cinema. So now that we're caught up, this is what that's an overgeneralization, but now, what I think is going to happen in the next 5 years is, one, the theater going experience is not dying. People were saying when COVID happened, like, the theaters are going to die. No. The theaters will always be around. I think that's a super over-exaggeration. The theater going experience will always be around. Me and Kev went to go see Oppenheimer at 10 in the morning on a fucking Tuesday at an IMAX theater with 256 seats. The entire theater was sold out. People just want to watch good fucking movies.
And you know what? I think that's all it is. People want to watch good movies, which is, I mean, Barbie and Oppenheimer, right? Mm-hmm.
And those are doing great. And so what's going to happen next is the first attack against Hollywood is the box office, right? Right now, that's the first attack. Is right now the box office for all these mediocre and shitty movies are getting their asses handed to them. That's number one. Number two, the writers and actors are going on strike. They have no creatives to fucking give them what they need. And AI is only going to make the first attack, the box office, an even worse problem. Now, this is the next thing that's going to happen. The streaming services are going to be next. And I've already started. I've already canceled most of my streaming services. Because I was about to get charged $110 for Disney Plus. What the fuck is on Disney Plus?
What?
Mm-hmm. For the whole year, I was gonna get charged.
Why do you need to be charged $110 for that?
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Great, I own all the movies. I'm a humongous Marvel fan. Great, I own all the movies.
It should not be charging you $110 because legit. Here, okay. Half the shit they have is already old crap that came out a long time ago. That shouldn't even count. That should be at least no more. If you give me old crap, I should be probably paying no more than probably $30. At least $30.
It's not worth it to me. There's nothing. I only have Disney Plus, not to watch their library of content, because honestly, I've seen. Okay, if you are a Disney fan, you have seen every fucking movie 1,000 times over. Why are you gonna you know what I mean? Like, at that point, just buy the fucking movie already. Like, don't pay $100 a year to. Oh, I love Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
You can get bargains.
Just buy the fucking show. Version. Just buy the fucking movie. Buy the whatever. Anyways, I think people are gonna start canceling their fucking streaming services, and I think it's already happening. It's already fucking happening. It's already happening. Disney Plus is already having a drop. All these streaming services are getting dropped. And all these ones that, like Paramount, where Paramount doesn't have much. Paramount doesn't even fucking work. I tried to watch a movie today on Paramount, and 3 times it didn't fucking load. Shit. Like, it was playing the fucking ad, and then it just crashed on you. And that's a fucking consistent problem with Paramount. Right? Like, Peacock has nothing but Blumhouse and Asylum Pictures. And if you don't know what Asylum Pictures is, every single time you go to Redbox or the bottom of the fucking Walmart $5 bin and there's Metal Tin Man and it's an obvious ripoff of Iron Man, it's those fucking movies. It's the studio that makes a ripoff of every fucking movie that comes out. That's what the majority of Peacock's library is Blumhouse and that one fucking studio that makes Avengers Endgame for $5. So why the fuck am I going to pay even $5 for that? Okay? And then we move over to Netflix. Netflix is we'll get to Netflix when whatever's going on. I feel like there's more that you want to talk about. But briefly, same thing with Netflix. We talked about it last episode. Netflix made over 900 original movies and shows last year. Who the fuck was watching any of them? Nobody. Netflix is getting absurdly expensive to the point where if you're paying for the full premium package, which I believe is $20 right now, it might even be more, and God forbid you're paying for little Jimmy Jr. the Third's fucking Netflix account while he's beating his fucking meat in his fucking room to sex education. Well, congrats. That's another fucking $8 a month, $7 a month. You are paying almost $30 fucking dollars for nothing. Because all the studios took their fucking IPs away. In fact, the only reason you ever had Netflix in the first place was to watch other content from other studios. The Office, Seinfeld, whatever the fuck. Whenever they put this,
obviously now it's all gone.
Now it's gone. So Netflix has nothing to fucking offer for an almost $30 a month price tag because their originals are not being promoted. So I cannot. There is the mathematics say that there is no fucking way in hell that out of 900 projects, all 900 are bad. There has to be a fucking fat majority of them that are incredible. They don't market it. How am I supposed to know what to watch? How am I supposed to fucking sit down and choose something to fucking watch and enjoy? There is no fucking way I will believe there's no fucking way, mathematically speaking, that all 900 projects are abysmal. So they're not offering anything to show for that you're paying this price for. So they're falling apart. I mean, granted, I don't know how the fuck the password sharing thing actually increased their stuff. To be honest, I'm actually fucking livid that people were paying for all that. I don't it's just ridiculous. That's not something that should be paid. That, you know what? Like, this just doesn't. It's nonsensical.
It just feels like you're being restricted.
Yeah, it feels like you're being restricted for something that I'm paying for. Like, what? You're punishing me for something I'm paying for. Now, that's why. And then you look at HBO, and HBO has fucking everything. But then they're deleting fucking entire shows from existence.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So now that makes me scared to want to watch anything. So here's my point. The streaming services are next. People are going to start canceling, right? Because you're paying a monthly charge, right? I can avoid going to the fucking movie theaters like that. Boom. Okay. I'll avoid it. But then getting charged $20 every fucking month. And now, so what's going to happen next is the studios, which I always knew was going to happen, they are going to lose all their fucking money in streaming. Warner Brothers is like the only one right now. Well, Disney's finally getting it. Where it's like, yeah, no, we're not investing that much into streaming. It's the theatrical experience because they know that's where the fucking money is. That is where the fucking money is. Now, what's going to happen next is after the streaming services fucking die, they're going to have to restructure because I don't think they're going away. But I do not think they were like the future. And they set, because they played their card, they put all their eggs in one basket with the streaming services. It was always doomed to fail. Now, what's going to happen next is the most important fucking part. They will reach a deal with the actors. Then they will reach a deal with the writers. Because this strike, I think it's going to last for at least the writers. I'm saying it. I really do wholeheartedly believe it will be an extra 100 days. I think they will come to an agreement with the actors way sooner. In fact, I would probably give it under 2 months. I don't think it'll go. I mean,
you give it under a year?
2 months. I think they'll figure it out with the actors soon because for whatever they believe the actors are more important. And obviously, for anyone that's like, oh my God, does The Rock need another paycheck? The Rock's fine. Or like, does Matt Damon need it? It's not about those people. They are such a small fucking percentage in what the acting community is. And the arrogance of that is honestly pissing me off. it's not about those actors. It's about the background actors. It's about character actors. It's about all these other people that make up the screen. It's the people that are trying to get to those larger than life places financially, or I don't know what to say, on a famous level like that, or just on a talent level get to that place. But how are they supposed to get there when they can't fucking feed themselves and they can't pay their rent? So those are the people we're talking about. Those are the people we're concerned about. Now, also, we're concerned about the future of entertainment as a whole. When you start saying we want to bring in a person, pay them $200, which is fucking nothing, and then scan their entire body and reuse that for the rest of their life, that's fucking horrifying. I mean, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, some of the most critically acclaimed actors of all time, and Ben Affleck, one of the most recent most critically acclaimed directors.
Most critical.
Both of them were background actors on films. So if that got approved, where's the next Matt Damon, the next Ben Afflecks of the world? They're never gonna exist. They will never exist. There will never be actors, which means all your fucking movies, all your TV, that is what we're fighting for. All your entertainment will cease to exist.
It'll be gone.
It'll be gone.
No more actors.
There won't be any writer, upcoming people because
no writer, no
they scanned
actor,
them all.
No movie.
So
no money, no honey.
What's gonna happen lastly is after they do finally get their deals with the writers and all that, while that's happening, they're gonna start looking for non-unionized people.
Of course.
And right,
people like you and I.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's gonna be in our court. The ball's gonna be in our court. For the up and coming people that are really trying to fucking make something for themselves, the next 5 years is your time. Bust your fucking ass off right now. If you're a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers, if you're a YouTuber with 19 subscribers in a fucking podcast, this is your fucking time. Put in your work right fucking now. So in the next 5 years, you could be the next Matt Damon. You could be the next Ben Affleck. You can be the next whatever, because right now is the fucking time. Because at the end of the day, if you play your cards right, they're going to get desperate enough to start going to the non-unionized people, and they're going to kind of have no choice but to listen to them to some degree.
Of course.
To a big degree. What am I fucking talking about? Just go. I'm going all in with it. They're going to have to listen to them. And what's going to end up happening is when everything's done, when the dust is settled, the streaming wars are over, and everything's like just like dissipated, we're going to see more people like James Gunn. True artists, true fans, true creative people, not like, and I say this all the time. If you were to be a good director, a good producer, you have to be a businessman first, then a leader, then the artist, in that exact fucking order. So when people started shitting their pants, why the fuck would they hire James Gunn? He's not a businessman. Yeah, the fuck he is. Yeah, he is. Every director's a fucking businessman. If you get that high up in success, you're a fucking businessman. You gotta pitch your idea. You gotta sit there and market it to a fucking studio that doesn't understand what you want, is fighting with you on everything. You have to be a salesman. You have to sell everything to these people. You have to pitch them on everything. Every single time they argue, well, why does it have to be purple? I don't understand. Fine. What color do you like? I like green. Great. If you like green, that's great. You agreed on that. So now you're going to have to agree on this. Wait, what? Yep. All right. Set in stone. Great. So we're moving over. Okay, fine. Whatever. Right. You're gonna have
is that a stone?
Like, we're going to see the rise of people like James Gunn, actual artists taking over these studios. And it's already happening. It's already happening. And now lastly, the artists, the independent people like us, the younger crowd that are just dying to tell original stories right now.
Their stories.
We're going to be the ones coming in, and we are going to have a fucking renaissance that's going to last the next 20, 30 fucking years. That is my prediction. So right now we're at the last stretch of the battle. We're like Like we're getting there. Once the streaming services inevitably fucking die, and they do bring everyone back, by then, like the landscape is gonna be so different, and I think we're gonna see a Hollywood that for the next few decades is gonna be something really special, like really special. And I think anyone
someone's doing donuts outside my house.
I just think anyone right now that is in a position like the three of us, where it's like we're trying to make art, we're trying to do something. I think right fucking now, man, is probably the most inspiring time not to give up, and to really seize the opportunity that's going to come to us in the next 5 years, and to just really hone in your craft, practice it, really try. And I'm telling you, man, in the next few fucking years, we're going to own this fucking industry. So that's my prediction. Anyways, next topic.
Don't just cut. What the fuck was that? That was a great speech.
Thank you.
I agree with you, but we're starting to see that. I mean, like you said, we're at the final stretch of the battle. We're starting to see that passion now. I mean, Barbie and Oppenheimer, right? It's the event of that people have been talking about for a long time. And it's a special time.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Before we get into the films themselves, right? They've actually we've got some numbers. The domestic opening weekend totals, Barbie made 155 million, and Oppenheimer made 80.5 million.
That's awesome.
Now in terms of worldwide, right? Oppenheimer obviously had a budget of 100 million, opens with 175 million worldwide, and Barbie, with a budget of 145 million, opens with 337
That's
million
insane.
worldwide.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I mean, obviously Barbie's an existing character, but it's never been a show or a movie or anything before, right?
At least not on this.
See what happens when you put passion into a project? Yeah, not in the way we would know it. But I guess before we talk about Oppenheimer, we should talk about Barbie, right? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, you know what? We'll talk about Barbie first.
Okay.
I think Barbie was a phenomenal film. Truly something special. I obviously there's gonna be spoilers, right? Right. I don't want to spoil too much, but there will be light spoilers. It was a beautiful film about self-discovery. It was so, what's the word? It was so heart-wrenching, because at the core of the film, it's a story about just discovering yourself, which I think is such a beautiful thing. And it talks about so many issues that rely within society, specifically in relation to women, right, and gender normalities. And it's funny because a lot of it deals with issues of like toxic masculinity, but it doesn't do it in a way that's forced. Even though a lot of men specifically are definitely going to complain about the way men are portrayed in the film, but God, it is such a good story about humanity. And one of the obviously the promotion is very like heavily focusing on Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, but America Ferrera, who plays a Mattel worker, is really the core of the film, and she just represents the everyday person, and her story is so beautiful because she's essentially just looking for happiness, and Barbie gave her that happiness, but once she starts to lose it, then what happens? And it's a sad thing, and there's this really great monologue towards the end of the film about what it means to be a woman, and I think it is such a phenomenal speech. And I read a report saying that they had done that take about like 30 to 50 times, because they went all in. They really wanted to perfect it, and you can tell, man, she poured her heart and soul into the film.
Put the soul
in terms of critics, in the film. Bro, she put the soul in the film. She is the soul of the film. Margot Robbie as well. I mean, the whole cast was fantastic. Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, they were meant to, like, these Ryan are like Gosling. Roles meant for them. Ryan Gosling. He's such a great actor, and when he gets the chance to be funny, it's even better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling is great, man.
Bro, he has so many good memes about like him, you being a goofy little friend guy to like someone. Next minute, like me go to the gym, be fucking thinking about my life.
Bro, that's literally him and Barbie. That is him and Barbie. He goes from just a goofy little Ken to, yeah, I'm Ken, and then back to, maybe I'll just be me. And it's a great message. Mm-hmm. If I had to give a criticism to the film, I think, and honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's a little too long. I really don't have any hard criticisms for the film because the film just that good. Yeah, I guess cut down the short time. I mean, cut down the run time. But the story, gosh, it's such an impactful story. And obviously, while it is catered towards certain people, of course, I think anybody can relate to the deeper meanings of the story. Because, like I said before, it's just a story tied in relation to society as a whole, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I loved Barbie, and they even included. There's a kid.
I want a figure at least. I want a figure at least.
Now you got to get a figure, huh?
You have to get a figure.
That'd be sick. That'd be cool. Have a Barbie movie figure. There's one scene in the film that they treat as like kind of like a, not a whatever scene, but it's a very nice sweet moment. And later I learned that the scene is between Barbie and the daughter of the lady who named Barbie or who created Barbie. And I was like, wow, that was great. But yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, that is my overall opinion of Barbie. Gosh, before I say whether I like it, before I say whether I like it or more or less than Oppenheimer, we gotta obviously talk about Oppenheimer. You know.
Oh yeah, no.
What did you think about it?
Me personally, what's it called on? I fucking loved it. Honestly, it felt really fast paced for a 3-hour movie. Like it didn't even felt like 3 hours. Like honestly, as soon as I look at my phone once, it's like, wait, it's only been an hour already in a film. It's like, hold up. It's like, yeah, this does not feel like 3 hours. Just like Endgame, we like I think Endgame you can feel the 3-4 was Endgame 3 hours long or 4 hours long.
No, Endgame was not 3 hours long.
No, it was.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, 3 hours and 1 minute.
Oh shoot! Never mind.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, just like Endgame, like you don't feel those 3 hours. You just like when you get a glimpse of your phone, like, hey, I just want to see what time it is. You look, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've been here for 2 hours or 1 hour here. And I'm like, holy guts, does not feel like a lot. Like for Oppenheimer, you get so much within 3 hours. Like there's so much going on in 3 hours. But it's like it makes sense. Yeah, there's times in there, you know, like. Okay, you're trying to wrap your head around it, but it's like eventually your head does wrap your head around the thing, so it's like, okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense. And dude, like, there were some scenes in it, I'm like, hold up, like what the, like hold up, like Jesus Christ, like give me a few minutes, like Christian I was right next to him, I'm like I am not looking at this thing right, am I? Like there was a scene of him just sitting down butt naked in front of the chair while a girl just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, as I'm like while looking through it, like I hope that thing was CGI. I hope that was.
No, why would it be CGI?
I hope that shit was CGI because I would legit be. I would be embarrassed. Like me personally would be embarrassed.
Bro, he's an actor, man.
I know he is. But
they're all actors.
I know they are, but just me personally would be like I would legit like be screaming in a room by myself, yelling the fuck out. Like I would act, you know, like I'm acting, but like I need some time alone for the next 2 minutes. I'll be screaming in that room.
Kevin, they're actors, man.
I know they have to do that shit, but it's like, holy shit! I would be like, I would legit leave that.
Don't say bless you. We'll cut it out.
No questions asked. But the film was so great, honestly. Like the guy who played.
You know what's crazy? If you, Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? If you think about it, the film is just a bunch of guys talking and complaining.
Yeah.
Like, really think about that.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that just us? Where's our movie?
That's oh my gosh, we are Oppenheimer.
Oh my god.
Really, Disney? Really? Come on, Marvel, really?
I do think though that they should have shown at least footage from the bomb, because obviously while the story is based on leading up to the bomb, not showing it almost felt like not a disservice, but it felt like you're missing. I don't know. You missed out.
The actual
missed out
footage,
on the emotional weight of like the devastation. Yeah.
I the emotional weight.
They didn't do that, to be honest. I don't
like even if they had put that in the credits. I think it really would have. It would have really resonated with audiences.
Yeah. I think reason Nolan did it on purpose just to not feel disrespectful to the actual event, like showing what happened. It's just kind of like. I don't know. I feel like he might have thought.
But even in relation to that,
yeah,
it's important because like the film itself, right? Oppenheimer is not. He's not the most morally good person or the most morally bad, and you can say that about most characters. Like the film is very morally great. It deals with the ups and downs of something like that, you know. So I think having to show that is part of that process.
I mean, me personally, if I made the movie, I would have shown it. But I'm trying to... I guess I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to understand why he didn't. Because, like, I was pretty shocked, like, when the movie ended, that it was, like, not... That they didn't show that. Very interesting choice.
I think he did it just because, like... the story is about Oppenheimer. It's not about... Yeah, obviously it's about the bomb, but it's about leading up to that point. How, why they got there, right? That's what I think.
Actually, to go back to
even so, it was
a
great film.
No, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, even with that, it was such a phenomenal watch. It's a bunch of people talking, but it's done in that Nolan, like, spectacle style, and it works.
Cutting in really and out of different timelines. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
But
what were you gonna say?
Yeah, like the scene Kevin's talking about, where like Florence Pugh is going crazy on that Murphy, they're in the court. No, I liked those moments of stylization. I feel like this is the most stylized Nolan film that like he's made, and I love those moments of just how he uses the stylization, the black and white to show the objective view of Strauss, and then the color to show the objective view of Oppenheimer. And I think, like, if you don't know that going in, I think by the time the movie ends, you do get that. You do understand that it's not like, oh, black and white is the future, or it's just the court hearings. I think you do understand that, like, black and white is only through the perspective of Strauss, and colors through the perspective of I think he did a really good job at like showcasing that it doesn't seem pretentious.
Yeah, I agree.
It just seems like a just someone that loves filmmaking. It's just like, that seems cool, I want to do it. It doesn't come off as like I'm so smart, these audience members will understand, and it's not like that. It's just like I think that'd be really cool, I'm gonna do it. Like that's just so like heartwarming, and just kind of just like he hasn't lost his touch of like creative
love of filmmaking, but still creative wonder. That's a good way of putting it. I like that.
It's such a simple tool, and I think it just works so much, especially since when you're looking at the objective point of view from Strauss, it is the most bleak point in time for Oppenheimer. So that black and white just kind of adds more emotional, devastating like weight to it. It's such a simple thing, and I just adored it. Plus, I'm just a sucker for black and white. I don't know what it is, but like the medium just looks so good. But anyways, I think that stylization really helped a lot. I mean, like, because you're seeing it from that point of view of Oppenheimer, like especially like to go back to that sex scene, it was actually disturbing. Like I feel like like ways he showed horror in this were like very psychologically disturbing, like a lot of the times, and that was a perfect example of just like you're sitting there and it's just like the act of like imagine watching someone just sit still and have sex in front of like it's just like the imagery is really like grotesque. It's like, oh, like that's something that's supposed to be in private, and then the act itself doesn't look pleasurable. It looks very uncomfortable. Like it's just such a like that image is like seared in my mind, especially, oh my god, when Florence Pugh is like looking at Emily Blunt's character and she gives that like horrifying,
no, like, that was very uneasy.
It was so uneasy, and on top of that, like it shows Oppenheimer's like I don't even know if it's necessarily guilt, but like just the stark nakedness of what's happening to him. He's being stripped of everything, and he has to bear it all. He has to bear his sins in front of these fucking people. So it's a perfect example of just symbolism. And yes, no, like I get it. I get people can be like, yeah, but that's so pretentious. I think it worked well because it's not just the idea, it's the execution. The idea can sound pretentious, but then the execution can make up for that. So like, it was a very disturbing execution of it, and it made it not pretentious. It made it go, oh, this is really uncomfortable for me. It's uncomfortable for him. It's doing exactly what it needs to do. It's fucking incredible. Or like when they're screaming at him at the end, and like he's seeing like the atomic bomb like coming out through the window, and everything's like burning around him. Like he's just like, I've detonated.
That was a really
powerful.
That's crazy. It is a very powerful film. It's a powerful watch in both good and bad ways, because while you are like impressed by the what the movie is, you're also kind of distraught by the material itself. Like, damn. Like, this is the guy who killed... Yeah, how people can be, how people are. Like, these people, right? We're following this protagonist, and we're rooting for him, but at the end of the day, he still killed a lot of lives.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a very morally... Like I said, it's a very morally ambiguous watch.
And I appreciate that.
And how crazy...
Oh, wait, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, you go.
You go.
No, I was just gonna say, how crazy is it that, like, that something as simple as this man just was smart. He was just born intelligent. He just studied hard, led to the events that transpired and the way he changed history. Right? What were you gonna say?
Nobel Prize.
Yeah, he did. I'm getting a Nobel Prize.
Yeah,
or something, some big award. But
he did get a Nobel Prize, and the way they go about it is also really, really sad. It's very bittersweet.
More
bitter than sweet. That the movie is kind of, even when it's in the objective point of view of Oppenheimer, and mostly when it's an objective view of Oppenheimer, the movie's just it's just told matter-of-factly. It doesn't condone... It's not even really telling you to pick a side. It's just kind of like, these are the events.
It's just telling you.
This is what happened.
Just sit here and watch.
Also, like, I love... I mean, throughout the whole movie, but especially the opening, where it's just him staying up in the middle of the night, and he's literally, like, traumatized by these visions of things that he's seen. Like, he's seen all the mathematical calculations in his head, and he's seeing the results of them, and it's an itch in his head that's like, it terrifies him, and it excites him, and he just it's making him sick, and it's making him like legitimately go like insane. And honestly, I feel like you can swap that for like just creative people as a whole. Like, I know I'm not saying I'm a fucking Oppenheimer. I'm a fucking dumbass. But I feel like those moments, what I'm trying to say is those moments kind of made it very relatable, because like for someone like us, I feel like creativity is that. Like, we're plagued by that. We sit up at night. I know I have my moments where I'm literally sitting there and I'm feeling sick to my stomach because, like, I have an idea in my head and it just won't go away, won't shut the fuck up. And it's, or like, for people that might just have mental illness, also another fucking great thing we all have, woo, where it's like you're plagued with these emotions, these ideas. So I feel like doing that made it so fucking, just, not only was it smart because it legitimately puts you in the head of Oppenheimer in such a creative way, which I think Nolan does a great job at perspective, like being able to like understand a character's thought process very well. I think like every movie he does, like, I think characters are just so, like, there's nothing left to like not understand, like, you know, like, you get everything about them. Like, he does such a great job with that. But I think the most important thing is that it actually made the idea of why he had to do it very relatable, and why he was like not really understanding until the very end that it's like this, like the naivety, or him being naive about like, oh, this is gonna end the war. It's because like he's plagued with this idea, and he wants to just throw it up. Like, he wants it out of his fucking head. That's all he's thinking about. He's just thinking about making the dreams, making the ideas, making everything just quiet. And if that means making a fucking bomb, then like, to shut it up, you know. And you see that weight really did affect him, and that it
bears him. Yeah, it bears him.
And I think them doing that in the opening just kind of made it, you did have sympathy for him, because I feel like everyone can relate to those moments in their life where it's just like your brain won't fucking stop. Now imagine a person where it just never stops, like forever. Imagine how tormenting that must be. So I felt like that the movie had a relatability to it that I just didn't expect, and I think that no one's talking about that like at all. I mean, they're talking about the aspects of like, oh, it was really cool to see how his mind works, but I don't think anyone's talking about just that it's extremely, they found this guy that's like a fucking god amongst men, and they made him a human being, and they made him extremely relatable.
Yeah.
I think that was probably, honestly, I think that was the biggest achievement of this film, is to grab this person that you think you would have nothing in common with, nothing to sympathize with,
and make them the everyday man,
make them the everyday person where you're like, fuck, I get that. Like, everyone's wanted to feel important, right?
What was that?
Everyone's like wanted to feel important. Everyone's wanted to feel represented. Everyone's wanted to do the right thing. And a lot of the time, it just doesn't come out the way you want it, and it hurts. And you see it in the case of him. So
yeah. Well, although as sad as that film may be, isn't it crazy that we live in this period where two films like these two passion projects are able to succeed? Because goddamn, in my opinion, right, objective. Obviously, this is subjective to my own opinion. I think from a technical standpoint, I think Oppenheimer is better than Barbie. But me personally, I preferred Barbie. But that's what opinions are for. That's just me.
But we can all of us can agree that they're both great films.
No, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
how dare you have a fucking opinion that's not mine?
Hell yeah. Christian, I don't think you can beat me up. I think one of the guards actually hurt us right now.
Oh my god, it was a joke.
They're on the way right now. See what you've done, Christian?
It's my turn to go into solitary confinement.
Bro, what the fuck?
All right, y'all. My name is Nico, aka PP.
My name is Triquilius III, among the gods, Dr. Thick.
My name is Jamal, and this is
Jamal
APS.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. See ya.